Oh boy. So guys, you probably won't recognize this place, but we actually had a little clip here from a video in the past where I was picking up a dumpster here. I recently saw that this got listed, and it wasn't just listed, somebody tagged me in it because this guy was looking to clean this place out. It is full of junk. But he also, between the conversation, said, hey, do you just want to buy it? You can have the property, you know, at a decent price, clean it out yourself, and then resell it. And it got me thinking, so I at least want to go take a look. Let's see what this thing needs. But be prepared, it's pretty gnarly. I don't remember this being like this the last time I was here, and now it has a padlock on it, so I guess we'll get that. That's gonna be the way we're gonna get in. All right, let's get a look. Holy moly. All right then. He wasn't kidding, it's a lot of stuff. Man, he filled my dumpster, but it didn't have anything like this in it. When I picked up the dumpster, I kid you not, it smelled like the 70s. And really, more than anything, it was just full of like furniture and stuff. So this must have been all the big, or the little stuff that he didn't get rid of. I mean, there is junk in every corner, truly. What's really weird is, I mean, it smells a little wet, but it just rained and I don't see a significant amount of water. That's probably not very good, but it looks like this is like a slab, so there's no basement here. We've got cinder block walls. I'm a little creeped out to go all the way back here, I'm not gonna lie. This guy just gave me the passcode and said, yeah, go ahead and walk around. But you never know when you're gonna come across a squatter too, so. Holy moly. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly back there. And of course I have no light. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm gonna go get a light. Alright, we can see a little better now. But this place is just ridiculous. You can tell that a couple, what I'd call scrap heads, came through here because, I mean, to the point that they're cutting the plug wires within the place. And so what I did notice is that it doesn't look like they pulled the wires out of the wall, which I'm honestly shocked. But, I mean, look at that. Wires, or the plumbing is gone from the, what was, I guess, the shower or whatever used to sit there. And then if you come in here, the HVAC, all the copper's out of it as well. This is an addition, and you can definitely tell this is probably the worst part of the building. And in my opinion, it might go from a, I don't even know if you'd call this a bedroom. I'm not sure what this used to be, but this would honestly be better just getting torn down right here and restart. So let's go back out. Believe it or not, I believe this place is technically a 3-bedroom, but I think, and it's 1,200 square feet. Probably be better just to maybe turn it into a nice big 2-bedroom place. But so technically I think that's a bedroom. That's a bedroom. Maybe that's a bedroom over there. This could be considered maybe a 4 if you laid it out right. But ugh, it's rough either way. What really shocks me is the whole place isn't leaking. I can't believe it. That back section for sure is getting water in. But the rest of it, it's just more damp because there's broken windows and whew, I should probably be in here with a mask. One of the city guys stopped by and he's like, did you do this? And I was like, no. He's like, man, this is lazy. We're gonna have to probably come here and charge them per hour to tear this up. So, I mean, the weeds, when I actually was here at the dumpster, you couldn't even see the front of the house. The other thing is, I'm pretty sure there's nearly 3 layers of shingles on this roof. So that's not good. So this shed is what I'd call it right here. Definitely needs torn down. It's a pile. I mean, maybe you could re-side it and make it look prettier, but it needs a new front door. I mean, I don't like to even try to keep stuff like this. I mean, it's starting to rot. Back here, this is the addition I was talking about that looks like it was just falling in. You'd have to just probably level that, come in with the skid that we have in a grapple bucket, and I'd probably just cut that out, and I'd probably just tear it right off the house. You could always just rebuild this section back here, make it look a little nicer. Did notice a sewer drain back here, and that's not good. Quite a bit of washout. Water's coming in there probably for sure. But what's really cool is back here. Take a look at this. So apparently the car comes with the property. not that. The funny thing is, I can actually remember seeing this car drive around town. Even though it's had the license expired since '96, I have actually seen this car drive around, and I swear I have. Yeah. Otherwise, just got piles and piles of boxes and trash. And this is another one where I wouldn't mind just coming with the skid and knocking this building down. And yeah, just going from there, because I think, can't even tell, but I think there's a concrete foundation here. That was, oh, look at that. I'm guessing a possum or a cat. Probably a possum. He's dead. He's been dead a long time. I am shocked that nothing's jumped out to spook me yet, but it's kind of untouched. Woo-wee! Wonder what that was, or is. That's a sizable hole. I mean, I'm not jumping in that thing. Holy moly. I mean, I could probably crawl into that. Wonder where that goes and what's in it. Yeek. But for now, let's lock it up. So the guy wants me to give him a bid to clean out all the trash, and then he wants me to give him another bid to actually buy the property. The funny thing is, the bids aren't going to be significantly different. They're going to practically be the same thing. So, yeah. Awkward, but I mean, maybe that's what you expect. If you don't follow this channel, which you just should, I own a dumpster business. And this is kind of where people sometimes call me to buy those projects or to come do the cleanouts for them. But I really like to buy units that I see potential in. I don't see a lot of potential in that as a rental property, because I have rental property. That's actually what I do as well. So just to show you, this is what I would typically rent out to somebody. This is a 1, maybe 2-bedroom apartment. This is one, we're gonna have to replace this carpet soon in this place, but this place is probably one of people's favorite units I rent, just because of the location. It's right by the hospital in the downtown, but I love that bathroom. Kitchen's pretty nice. Come through here, the cool thing is it has a pretty cool walk around, very tall ceilings. So you walk through there, like I said, that was one of the bedrooms. Nice grand staircase coming up, huge closet. Come back through here again. It has a bunch of attic storage, another access point to, it's pretty simple. The blinds are messed up. And it has a view out here. We actually closed this off because the previous tenant really wanted to make like a guest bedroom space with an office, and we did that for them because we kind of agreed it was kind of nice. But I love this place mostly because of the high ceilings, and I'm pretty proud of this place. But this is what I typically want to rent out to people, not what we just walked through. So I'll probably just provide a bid for this guy to do a clean out with an incredibly low offer to purchase the property and see what he wants to do. Because in a case like that, if I was to buy it, the place either might get like tilted over and bulldozed, or I would empty it out, put a minimal amount of effort into it, and flip it to somebody who would rather put in the effort to make it into more of a home. Besides those apartments, we also have the shop out here, which we just talked to the bank. We're going to be popping up 2 big storage units over there, probably have about 30 units. Then all of this will be fenced in for trailer parking. Then of course we've got the transfer ramp that we'll use for advertising our stuff or filling dumpsters. It's that time of year too where I'm starting to focus on our real estate, because this is the most dumpsters in the last 8 months I've had sitting in terms of inventory. As you can see, we're getting rid of one of the vehicles we used. Check out that last video because we actually put that in a tree as a deer stand. A lot of fun. We always like to have a little bit of fun here. Then inside the shop, we just kind of cleaned up the mess we made. We are tuck pointing all of this over here. We just took more paint off. This must have been painted with latex indoor paint because it was so terrible. So we came in, as you can see, did some tuck pointing repairs, and that's just this one section I spent most of the day on. Then we're gonna move over to that one, then that one. Then I've got a guy coming in to do the windows, And yeah, this place is really gonna clean up. I love when the windows are actually open, how bright it is in here. This now is getting divided up so that we have a space for all of our go-karts. And then sooner or later, we truly will have access to the side that was rented out to the military contractor. Those are not bombs, just fuel tanks, but plenty of room. We could back a semi in here. So I can't wait until they move everything out. I mean, I do like the check, don't get me wrong. But once they move out, we're gonna have even more room. So let's actually break that property down, and I'll actually tell you how much they want to sell it for. That property is for sale for $12,000. I know right away he already said he would take 10. So 1,200 square feet. It is in not the nicest neighborhood, let's just be honest, but a very rentable neighborhood if the property is cleaned up. Crazy thing is, at 1,200 square feet, that property would still rent for $500-600, especially 3 to 4 bedrooms. Truly, if it was a 4-bedroom, it could rent even higher. The problem with a property like that, though, is deciding when to stop. So let's say that I come in and I buy it for 8 to 10 grand. I honestly, to clean that place up, in terms of a junk removal, I would have charged 6, which I already know he probably doesn't want to pay. So my offer at maybe 8 grand to actually buy the property, not quite sure if the numbers still compute. In the end, I don't think I could go wrong. I could get my money back eventually, but it's a matter of, do I want to spend $8,000 on a property like that? Or do I want to spend $8,000 more here and really clean this place up even more? It all comes down to my return. The other thing is I could just flip the property, right? I could flip the property and then I could turn around and use either the equity. So I could go to the bank and say, hey, I've got equity in this property. This property is now worth 50 grand. And honestly, that's about the max that area is going to get. Believe it or not, that property repaired is going to be $50,000 just because of where it's at. So what do? Flip it. It's going to need a new roof. It's going to need new HVAC. It's going to need, I think they were window units, air conditioning, drywall. Luckily, I don't think there's a foundation issue at all because of the cinder block. It is a slab. So in the end, just to get it to a reasonably nice property, we're not going crazy. I'd probably demo that back section to make it easy where that addition was added, and then I'd flatten the garage, probably pop up a carport or a cheap garage with storage. I do like to take shipping containers, put them on the property, and then build a carport next to it. That way whoever buys it or rents it has storage and a place to park. So either way, we're going to be in $8,000 on the property, and let's be honest, by the time the roof's done, the HVAC's all done, wired up, I saw the hot water heater was missing. Let's just say on the low end, $30,000, and that's if I do a lot of the work myself. Maybe 20, 25. I'm just tossing numbers out here off the top of my head, guys. A roof, it's, think of the cost of a roof. And again, that's me doing a lot of the work. So let's just say $20,000 to $30,000. We're now $38,000 in on the project, right? If the best I can do is sell the property for 50 grand when I'm done, is it really worth it? We might make 15 grand off of the whole deal. So at that point, what I would rather do is own the property for a while, have somebody rent it for anywhere from $500 to $800 a month, let them pay down my mortgage, use the equity as leverage to buy more appropriate property. But then is the headache of owning a property in that area worth it? I don't know. Plus, let's not forget, it's still, as a business owner of a dumpster company, still going to probably cost me several $1,000s just to get rid of all the junk that's inside of it. I've heard of stories of people actually paying companies that do junk removal to take the house. They pay the company to take the house. That would be an ideal situation in this case. So I'm not worrying about the $8,000 for the property, $8,000 to $10,000 for the property, plus the maybe $2,000 in workers and me cleaning up just the junk to get rid of it. This is something that I almost need to pay somebody to take off their hands. So longevity wise, yeah, that property probably would be worth owning for $10,000, and then I would probably likely just rent it out for a little while so I could either use the equity or sell it once the property has been paid off by a couple tenants. But in terms of actually like turning around and flipping it, then paying capital gain taxes on selling it within the same year, I don't know. I'm keeping my mind open, And you should drop in the comments why I should own the property or why I shouldn't. Should I run away, focus on stuff like this, you know, where we're gonna have storage out here, you know, building up the actual rolling operation dumpster brand, keep that going? Or should I just say, wow, let's do it. Let's just, you know, go all in on that property and see what happens, because winter is coming. Winter's coming. And you should just, again, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to focus on other things when dumpsters don't rent out as much. We're going to be looking at property like, you know, doing stuff here or acquiring things where we can fix, flip, and continue to leverage our money, leverage our equipment, leverage our time, you know, to scale up the wealth of the company and not just, you know, work hourly for stuff all the time. So that's the idea. So is it worth it to buy a $10,000 hoarder house? Drop in the comments, tell me. Make sure to share with your friends. Tell them to tell me in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to the channel and follow, because I haven't heard back. Maybe he'll take my offer, maybe we'll buy it. But what would you do if you were me in this situation? And I know some of you guys, even out in California and Texas, are gonna be like, $10,000? Yeah, welcome to the Midwest. Catch you next time. Keep rolling with it.